Hopefully I have sound. Live. I don't even know the sound. Can you just check, Emily? Do you have my YouTube up? Someone will probably say it, though, but I don't know if I have sound. I didn't check. So I have no clue if it's routing sound to us. Ooh, Zoe's here. First one almost. Then Alan Sloan. Tell me I got some kind of sound. All right, I gotta freaking fix that. Oh, okay, got sound. We're good. We're good. All right, you can go back to editing. Emily's editing shorts right now, which I think is going to be the best thing for me to do is to do shorts, like just answering questions. I'm going to try to do at least one short every day. That will make it very easy for me to start pumping out content. Thank you, Sarah Walston. Great to see you. Bill Schreier, great to see you. Got Zoe in here. Got Jack Neighbors on here. Hope everyone is having a great week. I'm finally done being sick. Like, my voice is back. Feeling great. I've been running every day. Greg Batchelor's here. Julie Clegg is here. She says the sounds great. I don't know if I'm streaming in 4K. I think I am. I don't know if I turned that option up. Where's the... Oh, tell me where you are. Let's put everyone on the map. I want to see where everyone is. I got to see. Super Shiro's here. Bill Schreier says, do you think leading with print is a good idea? I think it is a fantastic idea. No one ever does it, though. Like, so few people lead in with print or discuss print. You're leaving so much money on the table. You're like leaving so much money. Like, you just go out. I could go out right now. I don't care what town. Could go out right now and have, I don't know, at least $100-200 in profit by the end of the day. Like, guaranteed. Like, guaranteed just by selling print. At least that. Luis Neveas is here. Dorn Brent with the side hose. Sarah Walston is up there in Montana. There you are, right there. That's the S over there. Oh, Louis is Colombia. Yeah, I see it right there. Poinciana, Florida. Emily's going to... Where are you going, Emily? Destin, Florida. You guys know where Destin, Florida is? She going there next week. Destin. I've heard of that. Why have I heard of Destin, Florida? Is something special in there? Taylor Swift made a song about Destin? What? Freaking Swifties. Julie says, what is that print class you have? I have you got to get it. Print from scratch. My print from scratch guide. I give that away on the prizes. It's so good. I have my sound on. It keeps making the thing. Oh, Southern Ohio, Michael Elliott's from. Jack Neighbors is over there in East Texas. Look at everyone pop up. Arizona. Brian Hood's in Arizona. I love selling print. I know I got to make videos on it. Let's talk more print. Okay, that's all right. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Houston. Hey, Bill, USPS just released their annual dog bite data, and I think Houston was number one. It was up in the top three. It was like Houston was up in that top three. If someone wants to search it up, they can. There's the annual dog bite data. I think there was 5,000 dog bites last year, something like that, and like Houston's one of the top ones for dog bites. Which is another reason sometimes people don't get mail. Like, the routes have, if you look up on EDDM and it says there's 535 addresses, it's not 100% accurate because people move, people hold their mail, sometimes people don't shovel their driveways, or they have something dangerous, or they have a dog a ferocious dog, and that house doesn't get delivery. So there's all sorts of things that do affect those numbers when you mail. They're not perfect. Fino is here. I haven't seen you in a while. Daniel Montez is here. Carmelo Batista is here. Oh, Brian Strassam from Arkansas is here. Still haven't got my... Oh, did you win a hoodie, Fino? You got to tell me. Must not have just sent it out. I don't know. I think someone else does too. Will Bradwell needs one too. Here in Knoxville. I think Andre is on that. I'm not sure. Temecula. Oh, we have another Temecula too that's here sometimes. What's his name? I can never... who the heck is it? He's in Temecula. He's in the live all the time. Temecula. I only know the name Temecula because that that movie The Goods, where the car salesman. It's a really funny movie. Julie wants to win the print from scratch guide. Ooh, Alaska. We got someone up in Alaska there, DRC. Hey, Rhonda Holland is here. Earl Carvin is here. Central Texas. Yeah, I know. You guys are all over. Minnesota. Another Minnesota. Super Shiro is here. I know. I don't usually see you here live. Ooh, Brenda and Mario is placing an order. Is that a 9x12 coming today? I can't wait. Ooh, Tortuga says last 2 spots for number 3, for card number 3. Can't wait to give you that shout out. I trip out when business owners agree but are slow to secure the spot. It's like, tell me yes, tell me no, tell me now, because I got to go. Yeah, I wanted to smack talk business owners. I almost put the S word in there with the asterisk, but I said, nah, I didn't want to do that. Because I think it's important, what you're bringing up here is this typical idiot behavior that you'll run into. Because just business owners, you got to know, both if you're prospecting and if you are becoming a business owner, they are idiots for the most part. Most businesses are going to fail. They're going to be total failures. Okay, they're on their way out. It's almost destined to happen. Most businesses. You go visit 20 businesses, maybe a few of them will be around in 10 years. Most of them are going to be out of business. A lot of them are stupid. They don't know any better. They're dumb. No one ever told them. I don't know. More cash than brains. Made a big mistake. Kirk Hiltz is here, my boy. Kirk Hiltz is here. What's Rhonda say? I have a huge Great Dane so tell me, I'd love you guys to tell me, I'll bring that screen up in a second. Tell me some dumb business owner stories to get your aggravations out. Tell me these stupid things you've seen business owners say, do, so we can avoid it as entrepreneurs ourselves, and so we can just, I don't know, vent. Sometimes these people are so stupid. Rhonda says, I have a huge Great Dane who is a total love bug, and I'm dog sitting small. He's going to rip everyone's ankles to shreds. Isn't it the small ones that the ones you got to worry about? Oh, Fino, you want a hoodie and a phone call. Well, get that phone call set up. Just shoot Zoe an email. Milwaukee. When I used to catch shoplifters way back, there was a guy in Milwaukee I was trying to catch more shoplifters for Walmart than anyone this particular month. And there was this guy in Milwaukee that was just catching so many. I could not catch as many as him. I always wondered what that was like there, because I was like, these people must be stealing like crazy. I'm selling postcards like the guy from The Goods. Yeah, that was such a good movie. That was really funny. I watched Shallow Hal the other day. You ever seen that one, Emily? Shallow Hal? Yeah, I did. That's a really good movie. They don't make movies like that. And The Water Boy, I like that one too. They don't make those movies anymore. Brenda says, is 6.5 by 9 approved for EDDM? Yes, it is. 6 by 9 would not be approved, but 6.5 by 9, yes. So is 6.25 by 9. Where's Quantum Hustle? Quantum Hustle ain't here. I know. I wish he would come back. John says, thanks for sending out the reminder you were live today. Thank you. I actually showed up on time. Everything went off without a hitch. And I was able to shoot that email off, which is really nice. Ideally, I'd like to make a graphic and get a thumbnail up and schedule the live days ahead of time so you can hit the notification bells and schedule emails, but it just doesn't work that way. Starbiz says, I met almost 30 businesses, but no success until now. All I have is a sample card and all details. Well, that's all you need. 30 businesses doesn't mean a whole lot. It's not actually that many businesses. And all that matters is how many business owners you're talking to. So often it's a matter of planning. Like, how do you talk to the most business owners? How do you schedule your time and your efforts so that you're not driving all around town and zigzagging randomly and spending all this time? Instead, mapping out where you're going to go, planning out where you're going to go, calling business owners that are more likely to be reached on the phone, messaging businesses that are more likely to be messaged, and thinking of the businesses that you can reach. When are they going to be there? It's like all that planning that really can save you so much time. Rite Aid passed on getting on my postcard. Now look what happened. Yep, that's why they failed. You know it. I didn't understand. I have a Rite Aid and a Walgreens right across from each other. And I think also there's another spot where that has it too. They're literally across from each other. And it's very clear that Walgreens is the better of the company. They got more stock. It's open later. It was just a better, truly better company if you went to both locations. I could never understand why one was still there. Fino, I love playing spot loss prevention when I go into stores. Man, and I'll get yelled at for going off tangent, but man, I had some wild stories because I was a real pro at that. Because eventually the professionals and stuff, the boosters that we would call them, they would spot you. You know, they would learn who you are, and then you'd have to be really careful. I mean, they would do some crazy stuff to try to sidetrack you, and I was really good at catching them. Yeah, I can spot them too in the stores. I go in a store and I see people stealing. I see it. It doesn't leave you. Robert Brown says, I was told by a business owner that everyone know about his business because he has been open for 25 years. I never see anyone in his store. That's such a stupid thing for people to say. Logically, it makes sense. You know, it's like, I've been here 25 years. Everyone knows me. That is a really dumb mindset. Overall, I don't really think these business owners are dumb. Like, they probably are just more misinformed and just don't know any better. But it's fun to call them stupid. It's a hurtful viewpoint, though, because that means that you could never get any bigger. Like, just by saying that, if you truly believe that as a business owner, that you've been in business for 25 years or 15 years or 10 years, you would then be saying that I can't get any bigger. I cannot get any bigger. This is the max, and every single person knows me, and they all buy from me. And then none of that is true. Like, absolutely none of that is true. And at what year does that even reach where everyone knows you? You know, does that happen in year 5, 10, 25? Like, it's such a dumb statement. It's so stupid. So usually how I'll counteract that, I kind of feel how the person is. Sometimes they're open to a change in mindset, but I usually say something like, yeah, I totally get that. They probably all do. You know, like, I completely get that. But you got to think too, like, stores, like, everyone knows Walmart and everyone knows Dollar General and everyone knows Target. They all know those stores. They're bigger than we'll ever be. I'll use words like we'll because you want to be on the same side as them. But you tell them, you know, but they still do a ton of advertising. They do a ton of it, even though everyone knows that they're there. I don't think it's a bad idea to, if you want to run a sale or give a deal or something, or just let 10,000 people know you're running a sale on so-and-so. That's the tonality I use. That's the response I use. And you can change a lot of people's minds on that. I don't think it's a bad idea to let 10,000 people know that you're running a sale on, and you pick something that they sell. If you study that, if you rewind how I said that and stuff, it's the tonality, it's the casualness, it's the saying we, it's saying that Walmart and all these stores, that they still do all this advertising, even though people definitely know who they are. They're a bigger presence. Super Shiro sent me $20. Thank you, Super Shiro. I appreciate you. Says, thank you. Preach your wisdom, Jake. I'm just trying to help all these other entrepreneurs and business owners just like me. Jeremy said his first card was a 6.5 by 9. It's a great size card. I have a 6.5 by 9 here somewhere. I got this done by the amazing Rob Smith. This is a great card. I always keep this by me because this is about as perfect as a postcard as you can get. This is a 6.5 by 9. It's a huge card. It's a really big card. Look at how big that is compared to a 4 by 6. You know, 4 by 6. I just putting shorts out on this. Look at the mail. You know, you get your mail, and a lot of people send these little 4 by 6s or 5 by 7s, and it just kind of gets lost in the mail. Whereas a 6.5 by 9 sticks out a ton. Look how much that thing sticks out. Also with the visibility, this is a great example. You see this right here? This is the address side of the card. Okay, and everyone messes this up. Some of you see me talking about this. I can't talk about it enough. This is the address side of the card. It is the front of the card. I don't care what you say, it's the front. I don't know where people call the other side the front. I don't know where that came from, because if you look at the mail, right? If you look at your mail, do you call this the front or do you call this the front? I don't think anyone. I think if we had 1,000 people here, no one would call this the front of the mail. They would say this is the front and this is the back, because all mail is delivered with the address side up. This is the front. This is the front. So why do people call the address side of postcards the back? I never got that. And they put all their effort on the stupid other side. So in this case, like here, this is the side that people won't see first. They typically will not see this side first. Yet they put the big graphic. You know this is for something with this green spaces, grow year round. It's for hydroponics. But you have a very clear indicator of what this card is for instantly. Even though this is small, if you have this in the mail, it's going to stand out better. Look, it stands out. But instead, people put zero effort on the address side and it gets lost in the mail. This thing gets passed over because it just blends in, instead of making this the visual side. This is one also that came to me. This is the side they obviously put the most visualness to. Right? You can definitely tell this is for lawn care, like 100%. That's great. You know instantly. But they don't do. They put it on this side. They jam it with text. Couple pictures is not the worst, but this is like gets lost. It just gets lost in the mail when you could have put all this visualness on this side. Dummies. What's Erica say? When I did my business directory, I had a real estate person call me from a Facebook post, got on the card. Another in town called me, was pissed she couldn't get in there, unfriended me, said good luck with my business. A little petty, little cat fight. Bye BIT, said bye girl. Bye girl. San Diego, Jeremy Root is in. He's in San Diego. Right by Zoe. Right by Zoe. Where's Jane? Where's Sarah? None of them come over here to see me. Where's Leanne? Where's Andrea? Alan Sloan says, I worked for a management consultant. He was a great salesman, but embezzled $1 million from small businessmen. Now doing 8 years in federal prison. That stuff goes on more than you think. Same with bookkeeper fraud. So many businesses are getting bookkeeper frauded. So many of them. Right on their nose. My lawyer even got, I don't know how much, many thousands, tens of thousands, something fraud. Even my lawyer happens to the best of them. That was funny. Sarah, can you give some tips on how to get past the gatekeepers? Sure. A lot of this has to do with your comfort level and your kind of how aggressive you can be. But if we're talking in person, you've really just got to go introduce yourself as a business. I own whatever business is the owner around, and you got to be just real confident about that. That is the best way to get a hold of a business owner in person, is to just introduce yourself as you own so-and-so business, that you're a business owner, and is the owner around. Hey, is the owner around? I'm sorry there's no magical 10-line quote that you have to rehearse and it opens the floodgates every time. You just got to walk in there confident and ask to talk with the owner. Not in a mean way, because these people are going to if you go in there and I need to talk to the owner now, that's not going to work. That's going to raise a ton of red flags. And the gatekeepers are going to be their job is to not waste the owner's time. And they're going to know, okay, this is something the owner is not going to want to deal with. So no, he's not around. You have to... When you introduce yourself as a business owner and you approach a secretary or something, you're on the higher level. You're on the level of their boss. So they think it's important. Oh, another business owner wants to talk with him. It'll work a lot. Most of these things are way simpler than you think. DRC says in Alaska says I walked into a phone accessory store owner instantly shot me down. Said I get my business from AT&T as crickets went off in her store. Yep, you go in a store it's empty. It's like, what are you talking about? What kind of business are you running here? Where's your customers? You got no customers. I've done that many a times. You look around and you're like, you could probably use some, extra customers, right? On a slow Tuesday. Sometimes you have to jab them a little. Where's all these customers? Where do you get the postmark when doing it? You get it from me. You get it from, just hit me up. We'll put it on there. It's stupid. It's called an indicia. I don't even know if I have a picture of one here. Yeah, I got one right here. It's just this specific wording. It's not a big deal. You just need it on the card. Even if you're not printing with me, it's fine. I'll still put it on there for you. Jerry Rodriguez is here. Oh, Robert Sales is here. Starbiz Reviews. I'm going to do some shout outs on 9x12s in a second. Starbiz Review says, how should I plan to meet some business owners? There's always gatekeepers. Well, if you just listen to the advice I had said, that's how you can get past them. You just got to talk to these people. Say you're a business. I own a business. Is the owner around? You'll get their information. Trust me, you will get them most of the time. And you might have to hunt these people down, figure out when's a good time, what's their number, what's the best way to reach them. Paul Hablob is here. Good to see you. Rhonda says, don't forget to like the video to help Jake out. I would appreciate that a ton. John at Weird Place Marketing. Just because they don't buy our ads, they may not believe in our marketing method. We have no visibility to what they may be working on. And timing. Sometimes people, it's just bad timing. I'm sure you've been there too, where you're just not having a good day. Not having the best of the day. You don't know what they're going through. So sometimes people act like jerks, or they don't have the time, or they're rushed, or they got so much going on at the moment they can't think clearly. And that's just a matter of following up. Just follow up with these people. Scott says in quotes, we don't get enough customers to afford something like that. You can't afford even a little bit of advertising, Jim? That's what I'd say. Even a little bit? What's in the budget? Now, these kind of people that say this are not, they're worth fighting a little bit. You might get a space out of it. Might get some print deals out of those people. I usually start to go for print. You're not going to be selling $2,000 ads every month and stuff and buying double spaces and stuff, but they're probably good for a spot, a few $100. That's when you take Jake's advice. Then you aren't my people, so look somewhere else. You want people on this card that are going to advertise with no problem. Good business owners are going to see it right away. There's not a whole lot of pitching. They're going to understand right away, and they're going to want on. And they're not going to want their competitor on. When you're fighting and you are spending ages over something that's a few $100s, they're hemming and hawing over a few $100 thing. I mean, the chances of them even doing this repeatedly is very low. Even if they get good response, they may not. They're not good business people. I'll be honest with you. They may be nice people and fine people in general, but if you have to think about spending a few $100s and you're a business owner, that is an issue. You are not a very good business owner. Even McDonald's and Coke still advertise totally. Advertising is required. Any good business person knows that. Bad business people don't know that. They don't. And there's a lot of bad business people out here. I want to shout out Joshua Polche and anyone who bought Joshua's 60 ad template, which is highresponsemarketing.com/Polche. I'll drop that link if you need it. If anyone needs it, I'll drop that link. Fantastic job, Joshua. Amazing job. It's 60 templates. It's 15 Canva templates across 4 different sizes, and he's got his clipper size, which I love. Joshua's like, 3-4 cards deep. Great guy, selling a ton of print. He switched to a vertical layout, kind of like Scott Meisner's 11x14, but instead on a 9x12. And he's got 21 plus ads on there. The whole Canva template. You can resize it too. This is Scott Meisner, but it's a kind of similar thing. But I love his clipper ads. It's great. Pick up that product. Pick that up. Will Bradwell's here waiting for his hoodie. Billy Bender, thanks for the email reminder on the show. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Remind people you're here. Lewis says the comparison of being in a magazine versus a postcard. I hate it. I don't know what you're saying, but you want to. Are you asking me? I'm not sure. It's a totally different thing, and you can tell people, yeah, I totally understand. The magazine and stuff that can be cheaper because they got put so many people in there. They got so many people that they got to stick them across multiple pages. The big difference is that you have to open up a magazine. With a postcard, you got to open it up. So it's actually more expensive because if you send out, say, even 30,000 magazines, how many people, you do the same thing with Valpak, how many people actually open those? Out of every 10 people that get one of these things, how many people you think open the magazine? They go to page 48 and they see your ad there. How many out of every 10? Probably like one, one. And the people who open those things are a different kind of person. As the tonality I use. It's a different kind of person. It's like the bargain shopper crowd. Just opening one of these envelopes or coupon magazines is the bargain crowd. Those are the people who open those. I'm not saying not to do it because maybe it's still profitable in the end, but it's a different crowd. Where a postcard, everyone sees it, not just the bargain shopper crowd. So if you think about that, if 10 out of 10 people are seeing a postcard versus 1 out of 10 people are opening the envelope or the magazine and turning to page 47, and I think it's probably 1 out of every 20 people, it's actually more expensive because you're not really getting 30,000 people, are you? You're getting probably like 1,000 people that actually see it, and they're all coupon clipping bargain people. I use those terms. It's like I'm trying to derogotize them. Hope that helps. EDM, it's only 72. I know. What is this, a slow? Oh, we got a hundo right now. But yeah, hit that like button. Brenda says, I called an owner and asked, would you like to be featured on our postcard? And they just hung up. You know that when you say that, sometimes it raises a red flag. It really does. It raises a red flag because people don't give stuff for free. Like there's always a catch. So be aware of that too. Savvy business owners, they'll probably still say what's the catch or tell me more. But most people will know you're trying to sell them something. No one's coming in here and saying they just want to promote this for free. Now, when I give free stuff away and I advocate for that, I think with print, that's the easiest way to just buy customers. Buy them. Buy customers. That's the secret to it all. By the way, is just buying customers. That's a secret to marketing. That is the golden secret, is buying customers. I know you're not buying your customers. There's very few people in here that are buying customers. But I have no problem buying customers. I'll buy customers all day. I'll buy them all day. If I can spend $25, $50, $100, $200 to buy a customer, we're all going to have different costs to acquire a customer. I will spend that money, no problem. No problem at all. Most of you watching this are going to say, I would never pay for a customer. Well, that's the key to marketing. You're going to expect your clients to pay for customers, but not you. You buy the customers. You give them something. You go up to a new restaurant that just opened. Introduce yourself and say, hey, my name's Jake. My name's Samantha. I own a little printing and marketing business. I can't wait to try this out. Congratulations. Amazing. It just opened. I'd love to give you some free magnets. Just to say, congratulations for opening a spot up here. I'd love to just print some free magnets. People can put them on the fridge. Just, you be sincere, truthful, and yes, you're willing to spend $20, $50, but you are like 99% of the time going to get a whole lot more back in sales. They're going to need menus. They're going to need table tents. What else can you do? What kind of advertising? And I love new businesses because they got some cash. They got cash to spend. They took them loans out. And you better get that loan money before it dries up, before that business tanks. Oh, Mike in Florida, email reminders are crucial. Don't want to miss this. Hopefully you got the email reminder. I've been sending them. John says, I just shifted my 4x6 postcards to 6x9. Double the space. Huge difference. Oh, my God. And same postage cost. A lot of people don't know that. It's a little secret, I know. 4x6 and 6x9, same exact cost. Same exact postage cost. There's no reason to do a 4x6 anymore. No reason. I'm trying to catch up on these comments. Brenda says, Brenda and Mario, yes, the stamp side is the front. Stamp side's the front. It's the front. Who would call the address side the back? Ooh, Miggy Trace says the AC broke yesterday. Turned the service call into a 2-spot sale. Had that service guy come out. Not good at in-person sales, but fired up now. Oh, Bruce Rogad is here. Jeremy says, glad that my voice is feeling better. Thank you. I'm glad too, and I'm feeling great. What are your current prices to print, and do you offer printing? Yeah, just send me an email. I'll give you the pricing chart. Yes, everything delivered, blind shipped. It'll look like it came from you. Max Chambliss is here. Dorn says there's no front. You're on crack. That is not all mail is not delivered face up. That's how a carrier delivers, Dorn. You will never find a carrier. You will never find a carrier that doesn't deliver their mail with the address side up. Now, how it falls into the mailbox, like there's some, but they grab the mail. That's how they know who it is. That's how it's sorted. You look at a mail carrier's, the satchel, the sacks, it's all face up. All the mail is address side up. When they put it in the mailbox, depending on how people's mailboxes are and how you grab it, it can rotate around or fall out or something. But the addresses are always, it will always be in the same direction with addresses up. That's just how it's delivered. They also have to scan mail. So now, I don't know if many people are aware of this. Most of the mail probably uses barcodes that have to be scanned. They have GPS. Mail carriers now have GPS on them, and they have to scan the pieces of mail. Like when we do targeted mails, we use the intelligent mail barcode. If you do a 50,000 piece targeted mailer, we can literally look at we can find every single piece's scan, every single one of them, right down to like the minute of when it was delivered. So the only way they can scan them is to have it face up. They have to scan the mail. They sit there and they have to scan it. Will Bradwell says, I need drywall repairs bartered in full for the medium spot. My next 3 mailers. Oh, nice. Mike says, knowing the owner's name and tonality go a long way for getting past gatekeepers. It's not a bad idea to just research the name of the owner too, especially if you've got a list of specific ones you're going to. Look up who the owner is so you know what they look like, what their name is. Like, do a little research. Don't be stupid. Don't be a dumb, lazy business owner. Do not be one of those. And then complain that it wasn't as easy as you thought. John says, do you recommend having EDDM delivered straight to the post office, or should I receive them at my office and distribute accordingly? It is totally up to you. 100% up to you. It's about a 7-cent difference. So to have us full turnkey everything and ship to prep and ship to the post office is about 7-cent difference. It is up to you if the money is worth your time. Sometimes you just got to do it to see and find out that it's probably not worth your time, because it can be a super hassle, waiting in lines, waiting for the right person at the desk, travel time, loading up time. It's just up to you. It won't matter as far as delivery. Neva Crambit is here. Fino says 5,000 or 10,000. Why? I mean, I think the general consensus is 10,000, but I would, just because you're selling the same amount of spaces, it's not really that much more and you make a lot more profit. But I would argue to say that doing 2 5,000s at a time is the better option. That's that little hybrid thing I talk about in my mastery course, where you sell 2 5,000 piece cards. Even if you have no plan on doing 2 5,000 piece cards, you sell them as 2 5,000 piece cards. And you can work deals to get them on both of them. If one person only wants to go to 5,000, you can put them on just 5,000, and stick someone else on the other. Because it's really not much of a difference to print 5,000 and 10,000. So if you have to do 2 different cards because some people only wanted to be on 5,000, you are probably making more money in profit on the 5,000 piece ads. Because you can do like 400, 350, 400 on a 5,000, and then 700, 600 to 700 on the 10,000 spot.
So you actually make more profit margin on the 5,000 because it really doesn't cost that much of a difference. So you sell both at the same time. Or you can do something like Steven does where he splits his ads. It's kind of the same thing, but it's a 10,000 piece card, but he splits the ads if you want this half ad size or if you want the full ad size. And you could probably go quadruple that and do 2 5,000s and 2 different ads. Am I making sense? You can break the ads up and do a 5,000 and 10,000 and offer something on the 5,000 that would be like $250 per space for a half ad on the 5,000, or you could do $250 per space for a half ad, or $350 for the full ad. And then if they want to jump to 10,000, do $600 per space. So you guys follow me with that? So you'd take, I have one of Steven's cards here actually. In Georgia. Where's the Steven card? I saw it here. So I had a random 9x12 and it was his. In case that flew over someone's head. This is this example. So let's say you do a 10,000 piece card, okay? And you split it into 2 5,000s. So you're selling 2 5,000 piece zones. They can go on 5,000 or they can go on 10,000. And on every ad, you can break these apart. You see, this is a full ad right here. This is half ads. So you could offer one half ad for $250 on a 5,000. Or you could say, if you want the full ad, it's $350 or $400. You could even say $400 and you get a full ad. And if you want to double the quantity, you could do $600 and take a full ad on the 10,000, the whole 10,000, and get it for $600. You're walking someone up, and you're still offering an ad space for $250 in the end. See how brilliant that is? You guys like that? Paul Murata is here. Joshua said, joining the local chamber of commerce has helped me find more business. That's great. DRC says it's funny when you see the look on the gatekeeper's face sometimes when he asks the owner around. They get a look on the face. Holy crap, what's wrong? I just laughed inside. Yeah, they got to process. Why is this guy asking for the owner? Is he like mad? Is he friends? Is it what? Is this good, bad? That's why the way you approach it has to be something where the person's like, oh, this is important and this is not bad. Bruce N is here. Earl Carvin is here. Earl says, give him $100 bill. Oh, tear 100 in half. Say, give him one half. Get me a meeting with the owner. You get the other half. Oh my God, it worked in my dream last night. He said. Simon says, is that a different set from the set you already offered? Yeah, that's a good question. I've had that question come up a few times. Yeah, I have the 50 ad pack, which is fantastic compilation of templated ads. And then Joshua Polche, Rising Star 9x12ers, made 60 ads totally separate. These are all completely different. So it's totally different, but all resizable. So you're getting an additional 60 ads plus his vertical 9x12 layout, which is very cool. Totally different. Worth buying. Tortuga says, good times. You advertise because you want to. Bad times you advertise because you have to. Bruce said Polche did a great job. Miley Owar is here. It's great to see you, Miley. It's good to see you back. Coming on here. You were such a repeat subscriber, and then I didn't see you for a while. Super Shiro says either they're immediately receptive or they're not. If they're not, you do not want them as a customer. I still do try to convince people, I still try to sell them print. Sometimes I can get something from them. Danny Quaid from Minnesota. Nice to see you, Danny. Great to see you. Tom Shed Owens in Arizona here. Budget RV travel. Danny says, I love the 8 p.m. episodes. I know I told Zoe here that I'm doing, evenings every other week, but the problem is I always have stuff. I have like Little League games now. I have either track meets or Little League games, and I have some board meeting that I gotta do today for my local village. It's hard to there's things that I can't really cancel, but I do want to do evening ones too. What's Joshua saying here? I kicked a pretty big advertiser off my card for trying to lowball me. He agreed to a 12-month term, then tried to get an even lower cost for it. He was also telling me how I should design the card. Oh man, I'm so glad that you got rid of that person. That's the right thing to do. Good for you, Polchade, Tortuga said. Yeah. Sometimes that kind of behavior, unacceptable. Goodbye. Paul says, Jake, what do you think about writing the owner, finding their address, the Secretary of State, and doing? I have a guide called whale bait. It's a technique I've used it in the past. It's where you look up the owner's information. You don't got to use the Secretary of State. You can find people's information really good. I have a great source. If you want to email me, I have a real top-notch, very secret source that you can find almost anyone's information. And you can send them mail. Like, definitely. I call it whale bait. Send it to their house. Totally. The Candace is here. Nice to see you. Joshua got 4 clients from his, from I almost said BNI, but I think it's Chamber of Commerce. George Propus is here. New businesses are the way to go. What's our map looking like? Let's see. Oh, it is loaded up. Can we do some shout outs? Let's do these shout outs. Rachel Smith. Oh, Rachel Smith. I don't know if she's on here. She wanted me to review her 9x12 card, and I probably will, but I don't know if she's on here right now. Let me see if she's on here. But let me give the other shout outs. I think we're missing a few. I think Dan Brooks has another one too. Dan Brooks been sending out 10,000 a week for like a month now, even longer. Every week he's got another 10,000. It's crazy. Adam Munoz in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. Great family. Great looking family there. Look at them guys. Oh, that's a nice looking card too. I like how that looks. Arvin's Plumbing. Oh, look at that. That one's standing out. Oh, this is nice. Nice. Zoe put the exact quantity on there too. 5,700 something. Chris Simpson on his, I think it's his 3rd card. I'm pretty sure it's his 3rd. It might even be his 4th. And is this the picture? She probably took the background out, but he's like behind a bounce house that he bartered for free for his daughter. He's in Lansing, Michigan. Another 10,000 piece mailer going. Great job getting that thing out the door. Always great seeing your cards come through. It's nice and summery. I like how that card looks. Miggy Trace is in here. Am I blocking his picture there of his family there? I am. Miggy, great job on your 2nd card there in New Jersey. Oh, you got a dog in there and everything too. He got Chick-fil-A on the card. Look at that. He's got Chick-fil-A on the card. We don't have a Chick-fil-A here, but I'm going to get it tomorrow because I got to go to Rochester and there's one on the way. That's a nice looking card. Good job, Miggy. Great job. He's here too. He's here live. Jerry Rodriguez is live too. Got the big shout out. Great looking couple. Great looking card. Oh, I like that. Got the local events. I love that on the card. Vertical layout. Is that your 5th card? Is that really your 5th card? Man, nice job in Lubbock, Texas. No shortage of business in Texas. David Moore. Tip City. 2nd card? 3rd card? I think it's his 3rd or 4th. Who's this? Ramon Go with 10,000 pieces. Almost said 5,000, but he's a 10,000er in Canyon County, California. Look at that. Great looking card. I like that. Beer vape tobacco delivery. Don't replace it. We'll fix it. That one stands out. Good looking card. Nice job, Ramon. Sean Kelly. I think it's his 2nd one. It might be even more. What's it say on here? It's 2nd or 3rd. Look at that businessman. Fancy suit jacket. Looking great. Got the big roofing ad on there. Oh, that's on a 6x11 or 6.5x12. It's M3. There's Rachel Smith showing off her card in Montana. You in here, Rachel? You want me to review your card? Small business spotlight, looking good. It's got that star. What's that, like a sheriff star on there? Is it the Marshall Town Marshal? That's a good looking card. I like the orange. I like orange cards, to be honest with you. Nathan Forsyth with another one. He keeps popping these things out. Westlake. Is that all I have this week? I think that's all we put together this week. Yeah, I think we missed a few. Or some people just don't want their stuff being shared. That's all right. Weak business owners. Good job, guys. Every single one of you. I'll tree y'all. Steven's in Philadelphia, PA. What's it? Oh, yeah, we got a couple people. Someone in Romania. Romania's. Look how much McDonald's spends on advertising. I have a video on this. if you're going to have to spend 5 at the very little. That's a very little marketing budget. I would say 5 to 15% is where you're going to find most marketing budgets. So if you want $1 million in revenue, you are going to have to spend a lot of money, right? How much are you going to have to spend? $100,000. You're going to have to spend about $100,000. That's 10% roughly advertising to get to $1 million. That means if you want to get to 2 million, 3 million, you're spending $300,000 a year in marketing. If you're not spending anything in marketing, you are going to not reach it. You're not going to reach those millions of dollars. You have to spend that much in marketing. Yeah, it's a few $1,000s a month, $10,000 a month. For a new business owner, it seems like a lot, but it's really not that much. You want to make $1 million, you're going to have to spend $10,000 a month in advertising. It's just the way it works. Dumb freaking business owners don't understand that. If you're not spending that kind of money, you're not going to go anywhere. You got a lot of businesses that they've been around a long time. They're making 500, 600,000 revenue, and they're not spending anything on advertising. Very little, maybe $10,000 a year or something, 1,000 a month or something. They'll forever be at that 500, 600,000 level. They'll forever be at that. They'll never reach $1 million, $2 million, $5 million per location. They'll never reach that if they're not spending a good 10,000 plus a month in marketing. The dummies. Art Gill from Seattle. Glad I caught this one today. Hey, I appreciate you. What's Joshua saying? I feel like something worth mentioning to people is that mailing 10,000 EDM is $22.30 in postage alone. Even if the client wanted to do themselves, they'd be paying more than double. Yeah, that's the reality of it. I just say stamps. You know, if you think a stamp is 73 cents, 10,000 of them things is $7,000 in postage. So instead of spending that much, let's do bulk mail. Let's get the postage cheaper. Let's all get on the card and let's just help each other pay for it. Let's make other people pay for it. John Allen. What's Tom Shadow saying? My first card, the postmaster gave me the cards back that weren't delivered. The second card, he refused to give me the cards that weren't delivered. Said he was going to recycle them. They don't have to do that. They don't have to. So they was just being nice to you at first. You won't actually see that too much. You know, they usually just recycle excess. And there's either going to be a shortage or excess. You're never going to have the exact quantity spot on. The numbers. So don't feel bad about anyone who's watching this and be like, I need exactly what's mailed. It doesn't work like that. The mailing routes change all the time. You just got to be around in that area. Dorn's going off on the mail people who don't. I know much of who don't care about the stack. Only the first one is you get some OCD mail. They have to pre-sort a mail. Or do we have any mail people in here? They literally, the mail carriers have to. They go in the exact same route every single time. The mail is literally put in the direction that it goes. So when you do bulk mail, you pre-sort it. You set it into carrier walk sequence. That ECRWSS means enhanced carrier walk sequence. You actually put the mail in the sequence that the routes are. So you put because the routes are fixed, if you put the mail in the sequence that the carrier goes, so he doesn't have to pre-sort and sort all the mail in the beginning. First class mail doesn't have to be sorted. I mean, it has to be sorted. So they get 30 things and they have to 100 things, 300 things, and they have to put them all in order. The mailman knows the order of he knows the addresses, the people, and he puts them in order. When it comes in walk sequence pre-sorted, it's already in that order, saving them time because they go in the same exact route. They have to see the addresses to do that. So it's all delivered with addresses up. A post person will never deliver mail with the stuff facing down. I mean, there might be if there's bulk mail that doesn't have a thing, but I still don't think they'd put them face down. They put them up with the addresses. It's just what they do. Mark says 7 cents also gives you a second pair of eyes. Yeah, huge mistakes. Totally. It's 100% worth it. 100%. John Barry says, hey, Jake, what's the margin on a card? I mean, I think just go to business basics. 30 to 50% margin is where you want to be. 30 to 50%. ZI. What the heck? ZI. Z. Met a business owner who told me he used to work at the post office, and most of the time he was trash EDM cards. This is something that pops up sometimes. People ask, I heard that they just trash them all because of the extra hassle. This is a 1,000% not true. It's not. It's business. It's a felony. It's a federal crime. You will go to prison, and you will be on the news and shamed and go to prison, and you will ruin your life over throwing out mail. Trust me, they are not picking up giant stacks of mail and just tossing it. When someone throws out mail, which happens in rare cases, this is almost always a over-stressed out temp worker who couldn't meet the quotas and is covering for someone, or is a temp, and they say, I'm just chucking this stuff, and they throw it out. First of all, there's cameras everywhere, so they get caught very quick. Their GPS is off route. Why were they at a dumpster on their GPS in the car? There's no way to hide that, and people are going to see it, and people aren't going to get their mail. It is a major, huge crime. Trust me, people do not take your EDMs and just throw them out. They do not filter your mail. Do you get junk mail? Do you get junk mail? Do you get mail you don't want? Do you get mail? Yes. Every single person here gets mail that they don't want. And they get what will be perceived as junk mail because it gets delivered. There's no one in there saying, oh, John won't like this. He won't like this mail. Let me throw that out for him. Let me throw this out for him. Okay, he'll want this one. Let me keep that one. They don't do that. They just deliver it. They just deliver the mail. They're throwing out heaps of giant things, of having a big bonfire. That's what's in people's heads. Oh, they just bonfire everything. Human spam filter. Pete's how-tos and reviews. I'm working on filling 7 more spots on 2 9x12s. I can't wait till you have that thing done. That is awesome. Billy says when you ship to the post office, it's addressed to them. Yeah, they will seem unsure. He says the post office seems unsure because they don't receive that very often. And some post offices aren't a bulk mail entry unit, so they're not accustomed to getting bulk mail in. So what we do, and if any of you are thinking of doing this or just are curious, there's a certain letter that's from the post office that gives instructions. That's right from the post office, and it says you have received an every door direct mail shipment. There will be X amount of boxes. This is what you do. This is what you do. And it's on their letterhead thing that we print out. If anyone needs that, I can send you, just shoot us an email. I can send you that. And we put one in every box. So we prep the mailing exactly how it would be prepped if you were to give them. And we put them in boxes, packaged really well. And we stick one of those letters in every box. Because if you have, say, 20 boxes, you want to know that the box they open will have some kind of indicator what this is in case they don't open the main first box. So then we write on every box 1 of 2, about 1 of 20, 2 of 20, 3 of 20, and the letters say you will be receiving 20 boxes each individually thing. And then a big thing that says box 1, open first. And every letter in every box says box 1 has the paperwork. But that letter is in every single box, so in case box 1 doesn't get opened first or it got delayed and the other ones came first, they know that the paperwork is in box 1. And that's where they should be looking. Everything is facing slipped. There's that letter. We also put labels that say EDDM on the outside. It's addressed directly to the post office and also says attention postmaster open for EDDM on it. We check the tracking. The tracking shows who signed it, what time, who accepted it, and then contact information. So I always put our business phone or my cell or whoever on there and says, any questions, call this number. I also suggest to you guys call once we ship this out. I send you the pictures and the tracking. Call that local post office and just confirm with them for peace of mind. AB says what I miss. I was just smack talking dumb business owners and answering questions. Bruce says when we order. Did you find captions, Emily? Yeah. When we order 9x12s from you and get full service, can we still get some of the cards mailed to us? Oh, totally. If there's extras, we'll send them. If you need a certain quantity, we need to print some specific amount. Yeah, totally. Yeah, you want some of them things. Doran says there are no gatekeepers. It is just in your mind. Postman, don't trash EDDM, he says. John Barry says, what's the best way to kick this in gear? It's simple. You get a sample pack. That would probably be nice. Spend the $25. Get a sample pack and just go talk to business owners. Get my mastery class if you can. Joshua says, for those selling print, I feel it's a good idea to write on a calendar all the events going on, like farmers markets and such. That's a great one. You are awesome, Brian Hood says. Thank you. AB says, I wonder if that was more prevalent like 24 years ago when there was tons of junk mail. And there wasn't ways to track that stuff. So probably was more because there wasn't cameras all over the place. And, doing anything on camera like that and GPS, literally I'm pretty sure every single post person has a GPS on them now. It's like the standard. The trucks have GPS. If they go off route, you are in big trouble, huge trouble. They could literally go back and find exactly where you went. The scanners have GPS. The trucks have GPS. And they do walkthroughs. They know. So a carrier will have a person that does a shadowing thing to time the routes. They know how long these routes take. It's very efficient. Throwing out mail is an extremely inefficient way. It's risky and it's very inefficient. Like the actual act of throwing out this much mail, like a heavy, like 80 pounds of mail, and risking, your job, your pension, and risking people seeing this and being on the news and going to jail and people not getting something that they were expecting to get, just so you don't have to deliver something that you're already going around delivering for, is so low, it just doesn't happen. Are there these random cases where a temp goes crazy and it ends up on the news and they get caught? They always get caught, and they chuck out and these are generally like people's bills and stuff, and then the postal inspection police come and they have to dig through and return to people's mail and the mug shot and stuff. It's like getting in a plane and saying sometimes planes crash. Don't go on a plane because I just saw a plane crash. Do not get on that plane. I'm looking through oh my God, I gotta catch up on these things. Where's seeing Sarah? Oh, Elizabeth Marasco's here. Wait, what's Super Shiro say? An idiot. She sent me $20, so I'm giving her comments special attention. An idiot walked in with his BS card. I helped him make a sale at my job. I called him about sharing ad costs on my postcard. He laughed at me saying he's a marketing genius and he's available. Anyone that says they're a marketing genius, that they're not the furthest from it. I'm a marketing genius. I'm the marketer. I am marketing. Free Will Project is here. Man, those are the worst people. Okay. Torn says, get through the gatekeeper. Tell him you're selling Girl Scout cookies. Candace is just trying to get her third comment in, so I run these contests. I'm going to do that in a second. Stop sounding like sales. Stop looking like salespeople too. You come in there with the freaking embroidered shirt and stuff, and you're like, oh, can I please talk to your supervisor, please? My name, and with a handshake and stuff. It's so stupid. Yeah, we're gonna do the wheel spins. All right, let's do the wheel spins. Let's shoot over to that page right here. I have my foot pedal. It makes it easy. Whoa, we always spinning that wheel? All right, let's spin this thing. Montage hustle. Yeah, dang. Oh, wife finally let our man free. I didn't even see these. It's showing the comments. That's a new feature. What'd you win, Montage Hustle? Let's see. What are you winning? Should throw Polche's thing up here too. He wouldn't care. Oh, consulting cheat code. That's a good one. Zoe gonna hook you up with that. Hit up Zoe at printingforsupercheap.com. Another one. Another winner. I love when I run them earlier because we can see the names. Unfortunately right now can't see the names. Pete's how-to and reviews. Nice job, Pete. What are we winning today? What time is it? 2:01. I'm at 12 masterclass. Oh, that's a whole one. No, that's an installment. You got an installment. Hit up Zoe. Give you any one 1 through 5. Let's do another one. Super Shiro won. I would have loved to rig that, but I didn't have to. An idiot. That was your last comment, I think. What you winning? That $20 super chat paid off. What we get? You know how I ain't seen in here forever is Samson. That's my boy Samson. He said he's been away at something. Local review cards. Oh, that's a good one. That's from Scott Meisner and myself. Mostly Scott. Nice job. Who's our top commenter so far? Oh, Dorn Brenton up at the top. Fino, yeah. Joshua Polche's down there, like the 4th or 5th person down. Nice. Will Bradwell's there at the tail end. What's our map looking like? Ooh, it's all over the place. I can go in and see these people. Who's that over there? Dang, no one from New York. Who's this jerk right here? Carmelo over there in Massachusetts. Stephen West, Philadelphia. Greg Batcher in D.C. What's this, the Midwest? That's Ohio. Jeremy Johnson in Knoxville. The Carolinas enjoying that beautiful weather. Ooh, Alabama. I want to go to Alabama. I can't tell who it is. Bunch of jerks. Oops. I hit some button. Billy says, and congratulations, Billy, on what are your second card? Third card? Love that card with the ad that says save this. We sell the card with that as a selling point. Yeah, save this card. Save this card. Ed Jr., well, you're just missing a bunch of talk, but you should go back. It was good stuff. Fino says, halfway through the year and I haven't knocked one of these out. It creeps up on you fast, real fast. Yeah, you got to get these out. Bruce says, have an additional 5,000 flyers printed. Oh, yeah, that's a quick way to get that value. And all of a sudden go to 15,000 instead of 5,000. Dorn says, Chick-fil-A is racist and homophobic. It is not. I don't even know who owns. I just feel bad because they get that reputation, but like, what if you're like black or you're gay and you work there? Like, do you get still like treated like that if you work? Because I'm pretty sure there's black people that work at Chick-fil-A and gay people too. Maybe they don't hire them. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I know they do. Bruce says have an addition. Oh, that's the one I just said. All good points. Dan says, sir, you could buy 800 stamps or you jump on my 10,000 piece mailer. The choice is yours. Eyes are. Justin, the designer, says, great info. Thanks, Jake. Oh, thank you. A. Watson says, my husband worked for a decade at FedEx. It is true that they are tracked. They keep records on how many seconds they spend at each place. My UPS driver the other day said he was parked like, not at this wasn't at the loading dock, this is at a door, and he was parked real strange and he couldn't move. And he's like, we had to do all this crap to get the stuff out and get it in. Because he couldn't, he said, if I back up, I already did something. If I back up again, I'll get in trouble. Like it will report that the truck was back and I could be seen as hitting a kid or something. I don't know, but they have some kind of crazy. We also had an issue with meth. These meth heads breaking into the trucks, and they broke into the actual UPS hub looking for drugs and stuff that were supposed to be delivered to them and didn't get there on time because they're sending fentanyl and stuff inside the UPS trucks. USPS has many temp workers. That's where your problem is. That is where the problem is. There's a theory they get the job just to steal mail and then quit. There's truth to that because stealing mail, if you see, that's been a headline lately. There's in some major cities, I think Houston might be one of them. There's like, they steal these master keys. So they steal a post office will have like a key that opens all the blue boxes. That's why post offices will say the safest place to send your mail is inside, to drop it to the counter, like bring it to the counter. When you put it in a blue box, like these thieves are robbing the carriers, or maybe it's a temp carrier who gets in there and then they sell the key or they misplace the key, or people are robbed and they get the keys and they just open up the blue boxes and take out everything and open it. That's an issue. Fortunately, EDDM isn't that valuable. It's not like people are saying, give me those postcards right now. Give me them. I want what you guys, give me that 9x12. I don't want that freaking, the envelope with the chunkiness too. I want that 9x12. I want that deal on that restaurant right there. Give me it. Joshua Polche, one up in Super Shiro with the 2450. From the payday is coming up. Great time to invest in an ad pack. I know, buy that. HighResponseMarketing.com/Polche. If I knew how to put a piece of text, can I do it? Wait, I can do it. I'm just not that used to the text. .com/Polche. I'll make it big too. Buy that pack. Spend that cash. Spend that. Go give Joshua some money. He need that money. Me too. I get a little cut of it too. Brenda says, yes, it's true. You can't even throw it away. You can't even keep the coupons from people. We get trouble or fired if they find out. So you work at USPS too? You cannot throw them things away. You have to actually give them to the people that can recycle these things. And a lot of stations don't even recycle stuff. They send it back and they put them in these things. I can't remember what they're called. It's called the nuts or something. These acorns or something. And pumpkins, I think they call them. And then they send them back to the thing where it's cleared. They can't be delivered. And they get recycled like officially. You cannot, as a mail person, take mail. No mail person is going to take mail and toss that thing because their job is they're going to have the postal inspection police on their butt. Liz Marasco says, out of curiosity, best option to close sales. Oh, in person. I mean, in person is always the best way to go. I would say phone is a close second because you can reach a lot of service people with the phone and Facebook messages after that. How much dollars shipping all those boxes? I think you're talking about remote. That's part of the reason why it's a 7-cent thing, because it is more pricey to ship. You can't send UPS anymore. I used to be able to send UPS, but they won't deliver it to post offices anymore. So you have to go FedEx or USPS flat rate. USPS flat rate is going to cost you $20, roughly $21 or so per box, and you fit 300 to 400 postcards depending on the size per box, so that thing can add up really quick. But FedEx is the way to go. FedEx one rate for us because we have negotiated rate, so we do such a high volume, and I specifically do a high volume at one rate express, that we're able to ship them in 2 days anywhere in the country, which is really great. They're very reliable. The boxes are great. They actually get their own boxes. We finagle all the cards in them. It's pretty crazy. It's a good deal, but it's still very expensive. Pam says, have you considered adding web design? I will not touch web design with I would not. I hate web design. Worst thing ever for me. Never. Not a chance. Yeah, I put blinders on. There's so many things I can do to make money. I could do so many things and sell so many. So I could pick up the phone and sell SEO all day. For the next year, I could just sell SEO all day. I wouldn't even have to sell it. Just call my past customers, say, you know what, I want to do your digital marketing. I'd sell it all day. I don't want to do it. I hate it personally. I won't do it. I blinders. I stick with what I do best, and I stick with that. Will Bradwell with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Will. What's the best elite course on targeted mailings? The best is the local marketing masterclass, the big boy. That is a masterclass in targeted mailings. How to sell them, how to do them, how to work some sorcery on them. 1,000%. Hit me up. A. Watson says, as the printer, do you need a PNG image at the exact? Don't do PNGs. PNGs are bad. PNGs are not going to be a 300 DPI resolution. You have to make a huge file to do that. It's a terrible printing format. It's great for web. It's great for just images over the web, but not great for print. You want high-res JPEG or PDF. JPEG's fine at high resolution as long as it is cranked. If you're doing Canva, crank them sliders in size all the way up and you'll be good to go. Or do a PDF at 300 DPI. Bleed, if you understand bleed, yes. But if you don't, just give me the finished size and we will add the bleed for you. It's usually safer for that. Liz wants me to spin the wheel again. Am I behind on comments? James Mansell did not win, but I'm spinning more. I'd like to pay for lunch for you and your family, but when 3 of us go out, it's $125. We don't actually, it's pretty rare that we all go out, all of us, like the whole family, because we just don't normally go on like a place where we're all, especially sitting down and stuff. But there are times where we have every single person, and it's usually like around 200. There's a lot of kids, so you can get like kids meals and stuff, and like the baby will share whoever's food, but it's usually around $200 or so. So it ends up being like $220 with a tip, something like that. I don't think I've hit any farther than that. But you don't have to send me anything for lunch or whatever. I appreciate it a ton. How do you get on the wheel? Make 3 comments. Super Sure says, I got a customer. I had to step away. I don't know what you missed that point. I'm trying to catch up. Be trying to catch up on here. Montage Hustle. Yeah, 1. I'm catching these up. You call me a jerk, a bunch of jerks. Freaking rigging this wheel. No politics. Who's getting a because we were talking about Chick-fil-A. I don't care. Like I do not base what I like to eat or who I like. I base it on what I like. I don't know. I'm not gonna listen to one person because they are a Trumper, or listen to another person because they said this. I don't care about that stuff. I care about that money. Danny Quaid, I enjoy your shows every week. Yes, I like evenings. I know, I got to do that. Yeah, you got to get out of that job. Get out of that job. Notice Gamey says, have you thought about starting a Discord server? The best thing you do is just no. And I use Discord. Here is a tip. I don't think I really talk about it too much. I don't really talk about this. I don't know why. Discord is, we use Discord as a team. Discord is great. If you're not familiar with Discord, it is amazing for quick communication. So as a team, most of us here use Discord. We have different channels, and they're called channels and servers. And so you make the server, and you make different channels. It's the fastest way to communicate. Originally, I had tried Slack, and that thing was so clunky and so slow. I switched to Discord, and for years, we just used Discord. It's great. Discord is amazing. This is the fastest way to communicate. So I love it. But I would not recommend that probably for that. I would say just join my elite group and get in the Facebook group where there's great veterans and stuff, and just really, really experienced people, great support, and a lot of resources, a decade plus of resources that are in there, like in the files selection. I'm trying to catch up on comments here, and then we're going to be shutting this off a few minutes. Who's this person? Beauty for Ashes says, do you get the half down filled? Oh my God, this is just emails coming through. Do you get the half down filled after you have all the spots filled? I suggest that you get half down right up front, and then the other half when you complete their artwork. You want to get that. You want to get paid very quick and as soon as possible. Get that artwork done. Get the other half. You don't want to be held up and can't send something to print because you're trying to get all these spaces filled. Jeremy says you need 3 comments. Yeah, it used to be 1, but then too many people were entering. I'm trying to reduce the wheel size. Strassheim says Brian says he needs to get busy prospecting. Yeah, you know what you probably should get busy at though? I'll tell you in a second. Oh, throw that ad pack up on the wheel. We got to throw Polche's Add pack. I can't do it while it's live. We got to do it next time. I wish we could. I wish I could. Wait, am I on the... Hang on, I gotta switch scenes. Do some more. Answer some more questions. Spin this wheel. You know what you gotta do, Brian? Here's the thing. You gotta hire people. If you're gonna be a business person, you have to hire people. That has to be your focus. So you're not having the prospect. That you hire someone to do the prospecting, hire someone to do the selling. EDM Tools, Will Bradwell won. Nice job, Will. All the super chatters are winning. What are you winning, Will? You winning the Polche pack? How about any of these? If you win and you don't want what's on here, you can get the Polche pack. How's that? 9x12 entire course, which I think you have. Maybe you don't. I don't know, Will. But you got it now. You could have that or you could have the Polche pack. Let's do more. Joshua Polche. The Polche pack. He did a great job. He did a fantastic job on that. Give him more stuff away. Silver, nice. Oh, those are the 3 comments. Silver one. Long-time listener. Make a smaller chance to win it. Well, you just won, see? What are you winning? Print from scratch guide or the Polche pack? That's up to you. Wait, oh, you guys can't see this, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. You can see this. Okay. Couple more wins. Couple more winners. And then we'll do the ending thing with the emojis. But not yet. With the elite membership, I can get in the group. I'm joining. Yeah, get in that group. Get in there. Join that elite membership and get in there. I want to see you in there. MP Creative. Nice. Michael down in Florida. Oh, I keep hitting this thing, but I'm hitting the wrong button. Here we go. Win, win, win. Not my 12 masterclass. Or the Polche pack. Oh, that's a full. Is that the... No, that's the any installment. I know. Dan said Will's a winner. He is, too. One more. Then I'll answer some questions, and we'll do the emojis. I keep hitting the wrong screen. Sorry. One more. Does the elite membership include access to the local marketing man? No, that's a big one. I'm sorry. No, that's one of them that doesn't include. But it's so worth it. Please join. It's so worth it. Dan Johnson won. Nice. It shows the comments now, which is pretty cool. What are you winning, Dan? You could win the Polche pack. Jeremy Root wants the Polche pack. The tip on a $200 bill should be at least $40. Yeah, probably should, but I don't, because I think it's probably, I feel like when we go all together, it's 220. So I'm thinking that the bill's probably like 180, and I'm spending 220. I'm a 15 to 20% tipper. I'm in that range. I wouldn't tip 10%, so I'm thinking the bill's probably 180, 190, and then I end up paying 220 when all's said and done. I'm almost positive it's around 220 taking everyone out. So just work backwards with a 15 to 20% tip. Consulting cheat code or a Polche pack. I know you guys want the JoJo wants the whole thing. Batty Bass says, does your template pack have the landscape style? It just has the vertical, but you can resize everything. Those ads, just use your regular horizontal layout and resize the ads. The Clipper ad especially is really nice. Really, really nice. Oh, Silver wants a Polche pack. You got it. They all want that. Been filling one card this week. Come on. Yeah, that's nice job. Loving it. EDM will take the Polche. Will Bradwell will take the Polche pack. You just tell Zoe, I want that Polche pack. It's so worth it. Consulting cheat code. Yeah, that was a great little guide. It's short, but it's really good. It was a bonus I gave when I was promoting someone's, I think it was Nick and Tom's thing, and I had to give some kind of bonus. And I said, let me make a consulting cheat code guide, and it's really good. I just never publicly released it. It was just a bonus for a weekend. What's included in the elite? You get lower printing prices. You got a whole bunch of guides and tutorials and stuff, and you get the access to the Facebook private group, the elite group, which is well worth it. Hey, Dan, no problem. Send to Zoe. Do I have her email? Email Zoe. Just email Zoe up. She makes all the shout outs and stuff. She does such a good job. We'll do one more win, and then we'll do our final sign off here. We've had a good live. Today was a good live. Erica McClellan. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but she won. If she's not, she's gonna be mad. We won't tell her. What you win, Erica, in Massachusetts? Ooh, the print from scratch guide. That's one of my favorites. Or the Pulce pack. And if you didn't win the Pulce pack today, go buy it. Go support your local 9x12er. If Talus is here, he's going to be the next one. He's got a directory card template. I got to get that going. Where is he? He's usually on here. Jojo says, I'm broke. I need this. Okay, just hang on till next week. We'll rig it up for you next week. I'll hit the rig button. If you guys don't mind, well, I take the last question. So who was AB was on top. Dorn almost took that top space. Where's Lucy? She could have pushed Dorn up onto the top. Those were our top commenters. But let's describe the chat, please. Describe the live show in one emoji. You can spam the emojis too. Let's see. What's this live stream summed up in an emoji? I noticed that you can make your own emojis now on iPhone. The Facebook alone, Jeremy Johnson says, is worth it. It is too. Get that Pulce pack. Oh, not that one. Oh, I don't have the text for the Pulce pack on here. Oh, she did. She won. Erica's here. You won. Nakia, you just have to make 3 comments. Show up next time. Show up next time and throw 3 comments up there. Never wanted to win the Pulce pack. Let me see these emoji. I don't see none. Why aren't they showing up? Are they seriously not showing up? Maybe it takes a second. What a joke. Interaction paused. Wait. Why does it say interaction is paused? There we go. Okay, you got to do it again. There we go. What the heck flag is that? What is that? A duck. Oh my God, there's the mail. Very good, very good. Ooh, Batty Bat sent me $5. One of these days, can you do a show on the directories? I would love to, especially because Talus has his Canva template pack. Yes. I don't think I have a directory card right here. That is a great format, though. I don't have a directory card sitting here. I do have that big old 12x15, though. We just made a short on that. Is that short ready to go, Emily? Yeah. We can finally post that thing? Oh, that's the Brazilian flag, is it? Is that what the Brazilian flag looks like? I know those are the colors, but I don't think it it has like a ball with a stripe on it. I thought it was... That's odd. I guess I'm going to Brazil. Okay. Oh, Talus is here. All right. So it is I did not know that was the Brazilian flag. I know that's the colors, but I did not know it had that round thing with the stars on it or something. But Talus, we do it. I did get your email. I know you're probably like, Jake's not seeing my email. I just be shooting videos and doing stuff, and I will get that going. We're going to get that going ASAP. Plus, I'm fresh off Joshua Pulce's thing, so I gotta give it a second here. But Talus has a beautiful directory template. So talking about directory cards next week will be great. It is, yeah, I guess I was wrong. It is the Brazilian flag. Emily, you know what language they speak in Brazil? Yep, Portuguese. I don't know if I think there's probably it's probably like French Canadian and French, where it's like a little bit different, but it's Portuguese. Freaking Portuguese, man. I'd like to go to Brazil. Freaking Rio. What's that other place? What's the other one? Dang, I can't think of it. There's that other major city that sounds like a really great place to go to. Montage Hustle. Quantum Hustle's cousin. Oh, is it the Earth? Is the Brazilian flag the Earth? That's pretty cool. How about that one country that they've totally turned around? El Salvador, is it? The guys turned it totally around. It's pretty incredible. From being like a really unsafe place to a really safe place. What is, oh, is that a fortune cookie? Nice job, guys. If you have any last questions, I'll answer them quick. Otherwise, we're just going to sign off, and I'm going to see you next week. I had a great time talking with all of you. Nice little crowd here. Not the biggest, but it was pretty nice. And you guys, I appreciate all of you for hitting that like button and super chatting. And David says, I heard Brazil is the only country in South America that does not speak Spanish. Oh, the battery just died. Well, the battery's dead, but I think my voice is still coming through. So I guess that's a sign that I should probably shut this live stream off. Great talking with all of you guys. Appreciate every single one of you. I will see you next week.